Good morning and welcome to the Lara Cricket Academy. We are looking at game number 8 of the Cricket West Indies Women's Under-19 T20 Championship, Barbados versus USA. Well, as you can see out there at the moment, there is a bit of a delay in terms of rain. The cover's still out there, but the ground staff are in the process of removing them at the moment, and we do have a delayed start. I'm Vidya Ramphal alongside Visham Lalman. Now, starting off, first of all, Visham, this is an important game for both teams. Barbados still to win after 2 matches, 2 losses in consecutive games. The USA, 2 wins, and there was a chance for the USA to go top of the table today.
Yeah, good morning, Vidya. Good morning to all of you. Certainly, the USA, they're in hot form at the moment, looking to continue their winning ways here at the Lara Cricket Academy. And the Barbados team looking for their first win. So, yes, it's an important clash for both teams, as you rightfully mentioned. But certainly not so good news here at the Lara Cricket Academy, as we had some overcast conditions earlier.
USA in 3rd place on 8 points, just behind Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. On net run rate, the USA net run rate 1.633. Trinidad and Tobago leads with a massive net run rate of 4.032. Guyana in second, 3.304. So this is a very important game for the USA. Now, what has happened is that there's been heavy rain in Trinidad and Tobago over the morning period, coming over to the ground earlier today from St. Augustine, which is in the north of Trinidad, down to the Lara Cricket Academy. Experienced some very heavy showers. Visham, I don't know if you had a similar experience here in South Trinidad.
Yes, I did. I was coming from Princestown. That's the southeastern end of Trinidad. So, yeah, it's a similar experience. But, good signs. We're seeing the groundsmen removing the covers now. There's an inspection being taken as well by the umpires. So, there may be some good news coming.
Yeah, there certainly is. And the players and the teams believe that there will be some play. Just outside of your picture on the left of the current picture you're looking at, the USA under the watchful eye of the West Indies legend Shivnarine Chanderpaul. They're warming up at the moment. The Barbados team away to our right, I think they're less positive about the possibility of play right now. They're just having a discussion and about the situation in the tournament that they found themselves. So there will be a further update later on as to what's happening, but it's looking very positive at the moment. The main cover, which is covering the pitch that's going to be used today, that's just being stripped off. Just a quick word here from Visham Lalman about the tournament so far. We're at the halfway stage right now, Visham.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way. It's a short tournament, just running from the 5th of July to the 13th of July. So it's quick turnaround for these teams, in terms of playing consecutive games, back-to-back days. So, yes, we are at the halfway stage, and it's been a great tournament thus far.
Yeah, it certainly has been. Great credit to the Cricket West Indies for reviving these tournaments after that 2-year lost due to COVID-19. It was last stage here in Trinidad in 2019. Trinidad and Tobago, the defending champions, and USA certainly have raised a lot of eyebrows here in Trinidad with the intensity of their play and, of course, the quality of their form. Barbados have shown some great quality in parts here, Visham. The problem is they haven't been able to put together all aspects of their game at the same time to get across the line.
Yeah, they have. They've impressed me with their effort in the pace bowling attack. They really have some bright young talents in that facet of their game. But as well, we cannot forget the expertise of their captain Trishan Holder, Campbell at the top of the order, Kalinda as well. They've impressed with their batting, but as you said, they've not been able to stitch together that perfect game. However, the USA, on the other hand, they have been able to do so.
Yeah, they certainly have. They've had 2 big wins, 7 wickets and 8 wickets so far in the tournament, and they're looking for win number 3. And it's looking very positive at the moment that there will be some play coming up. We'll rejoin you once there is a an update in terms of the umpires and their decision after the inspection is over. The Barbados team, meanwhile, are heading back into the pavilion. They look like they're going to be starting their warm-up shortly. So, play should be underway. We hope within a half an hour. We'll give you an update shortly. As to that, thanks very much to Bisham Lalman. Join us in a few minutes' time for that update. Good morning and welcome to the Lara Cricket Academy here in Trinidad. It is game number 8 of the CWI Women's U19 T20 Championships. It is Barbados versus the USA. Here is the news that Barbados have won the toss and decided to bat first. It's a rain-shortened match and it is Paul to start. Wide to start off here from the United States. Stigner Paul, the Texan, is starting off the attack for the USA. Still 6 balls to go in the over. This game was due to start at 10 o'clock and then it was revised to start at 11. However, persistent rain has forced the start at 11:45. And after this delivery from Paul, I'll tell you how things will go over the next hour or so. Good delivery from Paul, who's been very tight for the USA at the start. Up top for the USA, 7 overs aside. The first innings of this game should go from 11:45 to 12:12. The second innings starting at 12:22. First 2 overs are the power plays, and it's 2 overs for 2 of the bowlers, and the rest of the bowlers will bowl 1 over apiece. Shape into the batter here, that's Holder, and Stigner Paul continues to impress. Video Ramphel here alongside Visham Lalman, and Visham, earlier when we did an update, big game for the USA, who are in 3rd place. They're on 8 points, equal with that of TNT and Guyana, but they need a big win here to get to the top of the table.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, they're coming up against a Barbados team that has looked good in patches, but, you know, they have not been able to put up that perfect game, as we said.
That's well driven here by Holder. She will get 1, so Barbados getting the first runs off the bat. So 2 without loss inside the first over.
Yeah, and as I was saying, you know, the USA team, they want to capitalize on that fact of the Barbados team coming into this game. They may be a bit low on confidence, having lost 2 games. So again, this would be the perfect opportunity here for the USA team to get that big win.
Yeah, it certainly would be. And the Barbados team, no changes from their loss to Trinidad and Tobago 2 days ago here at the Lara Cricket Academy. Big drive essayed there by Campbell, but easily taken by Kolan, the wicketkeeper for the USA. The USA have made 2 changes. Sai Tanmay Iyuni is out of the side, as well as the impressive Disha Dhingra. Those 2 are out. Sohani Tandani is still out of the team. And they have brought in Chetna Prasad. She is in the team today. And Patwardhan is also in. On drive, just away from the fielder in that mid-wicket position, and almost carrying. Good attempt, but away from the left hand.
Yeah, that delivery we saw coming in from Stigner Paul. The last couple of deliveries were tailing away from the right-handers. But again, the predominant swing here at the Lara Cricket Academy for the medium pacers, you know, the ball normally tend to go into the right-hander, away from the left-handers. That's what we saw in that ball.
Yeah, it certainly is. And as you're looking at it, this is the eastern side of the ground is to your left. And the ball, as with the prevailing wind here, comes into the right-hander. Here's Holder, who's looked very organized in this tournament. Off the pad again. That you can see the movement. It's maybe moving a stump or 2 in terms of the amount of movement through the air. That's the end of the first over. At the end of the first over, Barbados, who had won the toss and decided to bat first, are 3 without loss. Holden 1, Campbell 1, and a good first over here from Paul. Now, I would believe, that Visham, that given the quality, what we've seen from Paul so far, that she's going to bowl 2 overs. But would you bowl her 2 in a row, or will you keep her 1 at the end?
I think I'd keep her 1 for the end, but I think if she got a wicket there in that first over video, I would have wanted to continue with her, because she may have been able to strike again in the second over. Who knows? And you would have wanted to continue to really pry out wickets against the Barbados team.
Aras is going to continue from the southern end, and Giovanna Aras, and she is from Washington, and quite a spread of in terms of where these players are from in this USA team. And here's Aras from the southern end. Leg side off the pad this time. Campbell not quite adept at getting those balls away down the leg side. Holder and the likes of Callender are pretty good. They're very fine batters. So 3 without loss, and it is Campbell. Campbell had played a good innings in the last one. She's very, very dogged batter. Lifted towards the fielder. Out! That is the end of Campbell. Campbell's gone for 1, and her first aggressive shot attempted, and she falls here. The United States take a wicket in the second over. It is 3 for 1.
Yeah, that's a big wicket there, Campbell. She has been an informed batter for the Barbados team. And yeah, it's an immediate strike for Aras, who has been able to pick up the wicket of Campbell. So they'll be happy to see the back of Campbell walking back to the dugout. So with a score on 3, the Barbados team, they have lost their first wicket. Here's a look at that again. A straightish delivery, getting some bounce there, Aras, and a good catch taken there at short mid-wicket.
Very disappointed as she comes off, and just as she stepped off the field, you could have seen the amount of grass that has gathered just off the field from the voluminous amount of rain here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. It's been very rainy in Trinidad. Rain is predicted to fall throughout the weekend, so there could be a lot of interruptions this weekend here at this tournament, and we hope that that will not be the case. So Visham, who is well known for doing these anti-rain dances, I'm sure he'll pull one of those out to make sure the tournament continues. And the new batter is Cumberbatch, who's in. Nigel Cumberbatch, a right-hander. Works that away nicely, but straight to the fine leg. They still get the run. That is a great bit of work there by the Barbados pair of Holder and Cumberbatch. As soon as the ball was played, they went off in a hurry there, Visham. So Aras continues here. She's been, if anything, a little bit leg side. Cumberbatch, Campbell, in fact, just could not resist the temptation to try to lift it over the infield. And she perished a couple of balls ago. Good delivery. And that is to Holder this time. Holder is a fine batter. Cumberbatch also in here. Also saw a good hand from Campbell in the last game. This time they decided not to go for the single. There was a misfield from Badri Raju, but they decided to go against it. Easy catch there for Gonzalez to take that. Tia Gonzalez, one of the easier catches that you will take in your career. Just a nice, easy lobbed catch to her from Campbell. Gets in behind that nicely, Holder. And that's the sort of delivery she will learn to score off. Push it into the gaps and get the singles. The end of 2 overs, and at the end of it, Barbados are 4 for 1. And we saw the first wicket fall in that over there, Visham. And still Barbados just after 2 and over here. That's the end of the power play also.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, it's a prize wicket of Campbell as well. There's the USA dugout. The coach, Shivnarayan Chandapal, is sitting there. He must be happy with that first wicket, of course, coming from Aras.
Yeah, what a career, his coaching career, starting with 2 consecutive wins for the USA here. So why won't he be happy? There he is, looking very relaxed, and the USA flag, the stars and stripes on the back of his shirt, and looking quite comfortable there. He is assisted by Keshava Ramphal, the analyst, who is in for this one. There's Disha Dhingra to the right. She had a very good start to the tournament and bowled quite well, batted well, but out of the team today. Perhaps a rotation policy. These games are thick and fast here, Visham. The teams play 6 games in the space of about 9 days. So you have to install that rotation policy to keep the players fresh.
Yeah, I think getting 2 wins as well, the US, they have that luxury just to give some players an opportunity. Now, all of their players, are of a high standard. Many of these players have played at the international level already. So, giving players the opportunity, I think something Mr. Shivnarayan Chandapal would be doing.
Off the edge of the back, down to third man. That's only going to be one as Vagila starts her over. She's one of 7 USA players who have already tasted duty at international level, T20 internationals. And Vagila, Ishani Vagila from California, only 16 years of age, another one of these bright prospects for the USA.
Yeah, she's a really good bowler. What she does is stick to the basics, and that's what you like to see.
And Holder not sticking to the basics there, just trying to play from the crease. The contact points for Holder have been just about the crease so far. And that's where she needs to get forward here. You get more out of in terms of the power of the placement, timing, getting forward here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Worked away down the leg side. This is going to be runs here for Holder. It might be 4 of them. A big chase on here, and it beats Aras into the boundary. She's quick, Aras, but not quick enough to catch up with that. That's a fine shot from Holder. First boundary by Barbados.
A brave shot as well, I'd say, coming right across the stump. And had she missed that, it could have easily been out had she been struck on the pad. But it was a good shot nonetheless, picking up a vital boundary for the Barbados under 19 women's team here. And, it wasn't a bad delivery, Vidya.
No, it was on the line of the leg stump. You're very right, because as she stepped across to work that ball onto the leg side, you could have seen the leg stump exposed. There was half of the middle stump. So it was a chancy shot, but you have to say it was very well played by Holder. She's quite an intelligent cricketer. They've now tried to plug the gap with that short fine leg in place, as you can see there just to the right of your picture. But Holder's just having a look, and as they've moved that player there, there is they also have a short extra cover in place. Optimistic appeal tracked down there by Kolan. And the USA, talked about the USA in terms of where their players are from. There are several of the players from North Carolina and California. 5 of the players, Kolan, Prasad, Mullah Pudi, Tandani and Vagila, are from California. 3 of them from North Carolina. One from Maryland, another from Texas, 3 from Texas, 1 from New Jersey, that's Dingra, and 1 from Aras. 1 from Washington, that is Aras. Hit in the air towards that extra cover position, but away from the fielder. And here is Badri Raju, as I spoke about her just a moment ago, from the North California area. So quite a large geographical spread for these players. And it's going to add to the difficulty of the job for Chandapal, because these are players from different areas, different cultures, and to pull them all together, weld them into a team is going to be difficult. But he has a good base to work with already.
Yeah, definitely so. And I'm sure as the USA team builds, you're going to see more and more players from a wide range of states coming in.
Slip in place now for Vagila. Bit wider this time. And just 1 for the total. So USA doing their job. Outside of that ball which was worked away, a chance at a run out here. Gets back in time there, Cumberbatch. Holder, in fact, is the one who was involved in that run with Cumberbatch, who got back in just in time. End of the over, and at the end of it, Barbados are 11 for 1 after 3, Visham, and it's just 4 overs to go.
Yeah, I think the team that would appreciate their start at the moment would be the US. I think they're on top at the moment. The Barbados team would want to up their run scoring a bit here now as we move further into this innings. Remember, it's only a 7-over contest. Looking at the batting scorecard, Holder, the captain, she's on 6 of 11 deliveries, and the first wicket to fall was Campbell. She went to Aras, caught by Gonzalez, and Cumberbatch, she's just joined Holder. She's just on 3.
I would suggest that Cumberbatch is the more accomplished of the 3 batters so far, and we could see some runs coming here. Nice to work that off the back foot, but there's a short extra cover in place. The mid-on is close in, and there is a cover point. So there are some gaps on offer, and she just has to pick these gaps She's very strong on the offside, so I would back her to try to get into that. She might need to give herself a little bit of room. There's also a massive gap between fine leg and mid-wicket on the leg side. There's going to be a run here. If she hurries, oh, there's a misfield. Prasad could have done a little bit better. She took her eyes off it there, Visham, and the run was achieved.
But that's the thing. When you are looking to take quick singles, you put pressure on the fielders. And there was Prasad. The pressure was on her to get the ball up quickly and get it back to the stumps. And in the end, the Barbados team earning a run.
That's the kind of shot you would expect from Holder, and she plays it beautifully and will pick up a second boundary here. And these boundaries are worth so much more than the weight of the ball right now in gold, because she is, look at that, getting onto the back foot, and a beautiful shot indeed.
It was an expertly played shot. You were just speaking about finding the gap. She was on the back foot, riding the bounce of that ball, placing it nicely. And off air we were speaking about Holder's, technique, a sound technique video, and there it was coming to the forefront.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible ball by any means, but just the way she worked it away. She's figured out that they're going to try to bowl just outside the off stump, just above the line of the off stump to her. They've now pushed a fielder out to deep cover, so there is a gap between extra cover and backward point. I think has she gotten a touch onto that? Yes, she has. Holder look back immediately, and she'll have to go. And the danger batter is out. Holder's gone for 10.
Yeah, that's good bowling there by Aras. Keeping that ball, despite being struck for 4, she kept that ball outside the off stump, but she got the ball up, pushing up her length a bit, and she got Holder driving outside the off stump. Look how wide that ball was. And it took the outside edge. A good catch by the wicketkeeper as well, and a loud appeal, and the umpire raised that dreaded finger. So Holder has to go, the captain of the Barbados team. She has to go for a well played 10 of 12 deliveries.
We're just past the halfway point of the innings here. Yeah, remember it has been reduced to 7 overs a side, so 3.4 was gone. 16 for 2. Both wickets going to Aras today. That's why she's bowled the second over. So Aras taking 2 wickets already. Her figure's 2 for 6. Big hit to start off here from Calendar, and Calendar perishes. First delivery, this one taken by Prasad. 2 wickets off 2 deliveries, and Barbados in the hustle and bustle for runs have lost their third, 16 for 3.
Yeah, so 2 and 2. One brings 2, Vidya, as we normally say. And there was Kalinda looking to add some impetus to the innings very early in hers. And there she was perishing. That one going straight into the hands of Chetna Prasad, who accepted a simple catch. So that's 2 big wickets. And well, as that wicket fall, the rain is coming down as well, and we are seeing the covers being brought on. That's not a good sign.
No, it certainly isn't. The USA would have been hoping to get a win in this game. They've started the game well here. Possibly they could have been chasing down a small total, and now they have to troop off at the moment. But with the game reduced to 7 overs a side, what's interesting here that there's very little margin for error. There is at least 20 minutes. If more than 20 minutes are lost here, we could see this game being abandoned.
Yeah, and that won't help the Barbados cause, who are looking to get their first victory of the tourney, and also the USA team who's looking to get that big victory to go at top of the table. So that's not good news here at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. Looking at the batting card for the Barbados women, it's not a good start for them. They've lost 3 quick wickets, that of Campbell, Holder and Kalinda, and now Cumberbatch is being left there on 4.
Yeah, calendar. Yeah, she just went for it. First ball immediately. That one on the leg side, and she went. So don't forget that Aris is going to be on a hat trick.
Yeah.
I think it is and she does have just one ball remaining in her spell. She's one of the bowlers tapped by the USA to bowl 2 overs. So Vagila, I would expect to bowl at least. Vagila was quite a fine bowler, just the 1 over so far. You would expect that Paul might be the one selected to bowl that last over. In the meantime, covers on. The rain is still coming down, and you might be able to detect if you look at the top of the grandstand. It's a sort of a very sharp diagonal that it's coming across here. And that's because there's some breeze here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The groundsmen, if we can read from their body language, they're usually quite swift in getting these covers on. But this time they're just taking their time to get the big covers on. So that could be an indication that they feel this is not going to be a very long interruption here, Visham.
Yeah, there are some blue skies, building up to the eastern end of the ground where the rain normally comes from. It's clearing up on that end, so that's some good news. But again, you can see the big covers being brought on. So maybe to the far east, there is something that we are not seeing that they may be seeing, Vidya.
Well, they are the experts. Of course, our expert in terms of meteorology is Jason Prasad, our technical guru here. And his how there's a correlation. I'm not sure, Visham, if you're aware. There's a correlation between pain in his right knee and rain for some reason. Whenever there's pain in his right knee, the rain is just half an hour away. But the problem is when there's pain in both of his knees, get your umbrella and get out the Macintosh, because it's going to be a lot of rain. We haven't seen any pain in his right knee so far, but seriously, though, rain delay here at the moment. Barbados under 19s winning the toss and electing to bat. They are 16 for 3. And just as before we close there, the umpire has now told the groundsman just to hold up on bringing on the covers. Now, those drops you're seeing, those massive drops you're seeing, are actually from the stand in which we are sitting in, the commentary stand area. That's from the roof falling in front of you. So the rain is actually, I believe, stopped. I don't know if you can see any drops there, Visham, but I think the rain has stopped right now. So we might see the covers being tracked back off at the moment.
Well, the rain has stopped, but I'm seeing the groundsman there who's in the red jacket. He is signaling to the far east. He's pointing out to the umpire that there could be rain coming from the far east. Who knows? So we'll have to wait and see what's the decision.
Yeah, the majority of these groundsmen are from this area. They're from the Gasparillo, Basta Hall, maybe some of the areas around here. So they would pretty much know the local climate very well. And they can tell when things are going to happen here. So at the moment, Barbados women's team, after winning the toss and batting first, are 16 for 3 in the 4th over. This game has been reduced to 7 overs a side, and there might be a further reduction if it continues like this. We'll update you on the situation in a couple of minutes. For the moment, I'm Vidya Ramphal alongside Visham Lalman. We'll give you an update in the next few minutes. welcome back to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Not great news if you are supporting Barbados and the USA. And the USA players just waving to the cameras to indicate that this match has been abandoned. Barbados won the toss and decided to bat first. The game was due to start at 10 a.m. Persistent rain, however, forced it to restart at 11. That was further pushed back all the way to 11:45. And then, after the game started at 11:45, only 3.5 overs were possible as Barbados were reduced to 16 for 3 during that point. And then when the rains came, well, the interruption has been for almost half an hour now, so there will be no time to continue even a 5-over game. Visham Lalman is beside me. Visham, great disappointment here for the USA and Barbados. Barbados, who were hoping to get their first win. The USA, who were looking to go to the top of the table.
Yeah, definitely so, but I think Barbados, they would appreciate getting the 2 points as well, getting their first points of the tournament, because they were coming up against a dominant USA team, so they may just appreciate that 2 points. But yeah, unfortunately the USA team, they didn't get that big victory, but they earned another 2 points as well.
Yeah, it may be pivotal in the end. So the USA will go up to 10 points. They are still at the top of the table right now, but with the game coming up later on today, and that is between Jamaica and Guyana. Guyana now have the chance to go to the top of the table if they are to win against Jamaica, who are sitting right now in 6th place out of the 7 teams. So that is the situation later on today. So we will resume at 2:30 p.m. That's when that game will start between Jamaica and Guyana. Guyana in 2nd place behind Trinidad and Tobago. Their net run rate 3.304 compared to Trinidad and Tobago 4.032. So Guyana will be looking for the win there. Here is the Barbados under-19 table. 10 for Holder, 4 for Cumberbatch, but 16 for 3. Aras, who has taken those 3 wickets. She was actually on a hat-trick before the game was called. Her figures 3 for 6. They're still going to count for her. So the USA and Barbados, their game has been abandoned. We hope that you will join us later on today for the match between Guyana and Jamaica, which will take place starting at 2:30 p.m. right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. On behalf of Visham Lalman, I'm Vidya Ramphal, and for the rest of the crew, it's goodbye for now from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.